Hey, it's just so Trish, and welcome to my life. All right, for those that don't know, I'm just so Trish, homeschool mama for the last 11 years with 6 kids. I told you not to do that. All right, so little man here loves his brother's airplanes, and he's flying them. Go put this back in his bag. Okay. Don't. So the problem is the airplanes are for his science fair project.
Okay, so here's the deal. I feel like hibernating. I feel like hibernating from homeschool, YouTube, everything. And the moment I say that out loud and I'm like, I'm gonna make a video that I'm gonna go hibernate, I just wanna make videos. I just wanna make YouTube videos. And so what my thoughts are is if I wanna hibernate and then at the same time the moment I say I wanna hibernate, I wanna start making videos, maybe I gotta change it up a little bit.
Kind of come up with some New Year's resolutions. So here's kind of just a life update, and I think I'm just gonna start bringing you my crazy, messy life in more of a vlog style. I haven't decided yet. Whatever I do, it has to come naturally. It just has to come naturally. So I'm in my hot mess of the kitchen. The kids put streamers up for Christmas. We have been kind of a low decorating Christmas, so the kitchen is a hot mess. I'm just not gonna even lie. The thing about living tiny house is the fact that everything's gonna be messy instantaneously, and then you pick it up and messy again. But I wanted to show you, we've kind of taken the lazy way out on our Christmas tree this year, and I think it's really beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So we got the tree out, but no ornaments. We didn't want to dig everything out this year. It's all in storage. I can get to it. In fact, there's a couple things. I need to get the stockings. I need to get those out. But we've been keeping everything really simple. This year, we ended up doing nutcracker themes. We've been doing, I showed those on Instagram, didn't I? So we have all these like little wooden ones. We got these from Michael's. I got this from my like little craft box. I'll put that video up there from the little craft box thing we did. So we made little nutcrackers, and then we also did these. These are so cool. I'll put a link for it at the bottom. But this is the yellow spot sun, so she walks you. So we did those on yellow spot sun, so I'll put a link down below. They are super easy. That is my 8-year-old's. That's mine. My other ones haven't done it yet, so we're probably going to do it again. And it was nice because I just projected her video on the big screen. So it definitely worked out really good that way. So that's been kind of our Christmas thing. We've done cookies, which is funny because in the midst of, it is raining again. In the midst of just craziness of living in a tiny house, we did cookies. I haven't done cookies in years. So we did cookies, and I have to show them off because they're so tacky. I love them. Like, somebody came and ate all of the sprinkle things on there. But I did the royal icing where it was like 1 cup of, I'll put it down below. It was 1 cup of powdered sugar with 1 tablespoon of corn syrup, 1 tablespoon of milk. And then if you add less milk, you can kind of do the outlines. We weren't going for that. And if you add a little bit more, it'd be thinner. But I mean, I love the way like it actually gave a good cookie frosting. And so I took it easy this year. All I did was use the cookie mix. I think, like all I did was use a bag of cookie mix. And then we did a little test kitchen. We're gonna do a little test kitchen. And we're gonna show off, I actually added molasses and ginger and nutmeg, allspice, and cinnamon, and a little honey to make gingerbread. To see if I could just like do gingerbread. Okay, so that's that. So that's what's going in here. So I haven't been making videos because life's crazy. And then I feel like when I want to make a video, I'm all over the place. And I can't keep track of what I want to tell you. Oh, and then I feel like I just spent 10 minutes talking about everything. So, a few things to say. I took that engineering exam. And so for those that don't know, I am an engineer. I have a master's in engineering. And I went to take the state license, so now I'm a licensed engineer because I passed the test. So I've already had a couple people, they're like, oh, are you done with school? And I'm like, I've been done with school for like 15 years. What do you mean am I done with school? And they're like, oh, you know, you took your exams for your schooling. I'm like, my licensing, for my licensing. So that's pretty much a big deal. And I've gotten that done. And I kind of had this expectation because I was studying, you know, we're doing classical conversations, I'm homeschooling, I live in this abundantly tiny house, that I would get done with the exam and I'd be ready to go. Not so much. I have to say I was a bit in shock that just post-exam stress was worse. Because I think, you know, preparing for the exam, you're like, I've got these things to do, and you're just like, keep moving, you keep moving. And then you hit that moment, this is all my personal opinion, you hit that moment where you're like, done, and then you're just like, what do I do now? You know, and your body, and like, everybody's like, well, you're free, and I'm like, not really, because I have 6 months of neglect in my home, in my homeschool with my family, that I kind of need to catch up on myself, that I need to catch up on, and I kind of don't know where to start. So with that said, one of the worst was after I've been trying to do so good, I keep doing keto, but honestly, keto does not work. I know there's people out there, but keto does not work for me. For me, my best friend will do it, and it works. In fact, it's just crazy. So as I study, I was like, I don't care, I'm here to study, and I'm like fat belly out eating Cheetos, and I put the cheese puff on my belly, but like, I know how you were made, and just kind of laughing. And we get done with the exam, and I get on the scale. I put on 17 pounds plus. So kind of dealing with that. I'm like, well, I'll just do keto, it'll work. It's gonna work this time. It didn't work. And I got so excited because I got this new phone that has been nothing but problems. But I can log on to my Weight Watchers because I've been a Weight Watchers member for like the last 7 months, but I couldn't access it on my phone. So I've been on that for a week. I got the scale is starting to move down a little bit. So I was a little bit distressed. I got 40 pounds to lose. I kept putting it back on. And it's killer. I'm going through my Instagram. If you want to talk about somebody who can lose and gain weight, just go on my Instagram. Just go back 2 years and you're going to be like, what happened? Yeah. So I'm trying to get the groove back in to do Weight Watchers. I did, you know, and I've been trying to follow good ones to have some good recipes and get my mojo going. I don't have time to go to a meeting. I wish I went to a meeting, but I don't have time. And I'm like pulling on my inner Weight Watchers strength. I'm like, I can do this. And actually it hasn't been bad. It's been going really well, because the sad part was when I got the app back on and I calculated what I was doing for keto, I was eating all my points in breakfast, just in bacon. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm trying to go about that. I have a lot to talk to you guys about classical conversations. In fact, I'm going to try and do several videos today, and I'll just paste them out and deliver to you about some of the struggles. So some of the conversations that has been brought up and has been commonly wanted to know is, am I going back to work? In fact, I was at the Christmas party and all I heard was, when are you coming back to work? You want to work for my department. When are you coming back to work? You want to work for my department. You want to come work for me. Oh, we could use you here. And I'm like, no. So the plan is I'm not exactly going to go back to work, but now I can do jobs on the side where I couldn't exactly do that before. So I'll probably start doing a little bit of, I don't know, just some side work that comes up that's just little jobs, nothing extremely stressful, no big projects. But I will probably work on that on the side and we'll see what comes of it. And that's it. I've been invited to come teach at the college, and that one's hard. I think I could do it in a year or two, but I'm not sure if I could start it next year. you know, as of right now, I do CC, I direct Challenge A, which sometimes that's like, oh, but that's a whole nother story. So I'm not really planning on working, but I'm gonna do some stuff on the side, and if that goes to something, then yay. As for Mama Chat, I totally missed Mama Chat last week. Just so much going on. My kids have a Christmas ball coming up. In fact, tonight. People have loose teeth. Look. Show them. See it? Ooh, it's not focusing in. Here, I gotta get, let me see if I can make it focus. Yeah. So I don't know why it's focused. It doesn't even look like little monster teeth. Do it. You look like a dinosaur teeth.
Dada using the tooth.
Yes, and he's already got teeth coming in on inside. Crazy.
Yeah.
So it's just me and the 3 littles this morning because everybody else is Christmas shopping with Dad today, and we just kind of have the house to ourselves. It's raining.
It is 4 days until Christmas.
It's 4 days until Christmas.
Well, we like that.
It's exciting stuff. You know what I picked up yesterday? I picked up the building permit. So I did. I picked up the building permit, and we will start building maybe today. We're gonna build it ourselves, which I'm not really sure how that's gonna go, but you know, let's see how that goes. My husband's like, yeah. So we have a building permit to start building. We're not building a big house. You know, it's one of those, it's tongue-in-cheek. I'm like, you know, a little bit bigger and we'd kind of be perfect. We've actually kind of grown accustomed to living small, and there's a lot of it we like. So, I don't know. But we're not building a huge house. It's just 16 feet by 80. We actually are building like a single wide mobile home. But we're building it. It's not a mobile home. So we have that going on. We got lots of good stuff. So I'm going to get back with you. Hopefully I'll have, I don't know how often I'm going to do some videos. But, you know, in the end, I just want to remind, and when I said I want to change, like, he's still there. Why don't you get the stool? I was going to tell him, I'm like, why don't you get the stool and you can totally get in here. Come on. You know, the whole reason I made this channel was to be encouragement from the trenches of motherhood, because it's hard, it's thankless, and most of all, I just want to make sure that I am providing you that encouragement. And so that's what I'm going to try and focus on this year, and definitely simplify. I'll have to do like the word of the year. I'm not a big word of the year because then I have to remember the word of the year. But I just want you to know, I can do it, you can do it, we can do it. I'm going to talk to you later.